Hello everyone, welcome back to another video of tissues part 2. So let's start from 41 question. Division of joints allowing movement between two or more specific heads of bones are grouped as diarthrosis, tendons and tibia, synarthrosis or ligaments and femur. So division of joints allowing movement between two or more specific heads of bone are grouped as diarthrosis. Option A. Ligaments restrict this action: cartilage junction, hyperextension, hyperflexion, or both B and C. So ligament restrict two types of actions. One is hyperextension and another is hyperflexion. So option D, both B and C are the correct answer. Next question. In muscle contraction, this ion is essential: Cl, chlorine, Ca, calcium, K, potassium, or Na, sodium. So in muscle contraction, only calcium ion is essential among all of these ions. Number 44 question. This is an example of stretch reflex stimulated by passive muscle movement: patellar reflex, tendon reflex, flexor reflex, or bilateral reflex. So the example include is patellar reflex. Next question. This is a major energy source in a hurdle race to the leg muscles. Glycolysis, lactate and pyruvate, performed ATP or oxidative metabolism. So oxidative metabolism is a major source of energy in hurdle race to the leg muscles. Next question. Okay, now see the question very carefully. Here the 5 events are there which happens in muscular contraction. So the question is, which event occurs during muscular contraction? See the events. H zone disappears, A band widens, I band shortens, width of A band is unaffected, and M line and Z line get closer. So what are the events occurs in muscular contraction? So first H line or H zone disappears, then I band becomes shortens, then width of A band is unaffected, and finally M line and Z line get closer. So what are the answers? I, triple I, IV and V. So according to these events, option B, that means I, triple I, IV and V is the right answer. Number 47 questions. Muscles utilized for controlling the flow of all substances within lumen are grouped as hormonal system, skeletal system, cardiac muscles, or smooth muscles. So the answer is smooth muscles. Number 48. Division of joints fibrous in nature permitting no movement is tendons and tibia, ligaments and femur, diarthrosis or synarthrosis. So the right answer is synarthrosis. Next, a small band of dense, white and fibrous elastic tissue is grouped as ligament, muscle junction, muscle filament or muscle cartilage. So small band of dense white and fibrous elastic tissue is grouped as ligament. In the striated muscles, the functional unit of contractile system is Z band, cross bridges, sarcomere or myofibril. So the answer is sarcomere. Option C is the right answer. Number 51. Skeletal muscle tissues are controlled by somatic division, parasympathetic division, CNS or central nervous system, and sympathetic division. So skeletal tissues are controlled by somatic division. Here is the easy question. Muscle cells are also known as, we know the answer, obviously, muscle fibers. So option C is the correct answer. Muscle cells are also known as muscle fibers. What is the diameter of thick filaments? 10 nanometer, 16 mm, 12 nm or 16 nm. So the answer is option D, 16 nm. Next question. Which of the following muscle tissues are voluntary in nature? Cardiac muscles, smooth muscles, autorhythmic muscles or none of the above? So none of the above is the answer. Okay, if none of the above is the answer, then which muscle tissues are voluntary in nature? Only the striated muscles are voluntary in nature, not cardiac muscles, not smooth muscles or not autorhythmic muscles. Only the striated muscles are voluntary and these three are involuntary in nature. Next question. What is the main function of myoglobin? Extensibility, elasticity, binds oxygen together or both A and C? So the answer is binds oxygen together. Number 56. Match the following: Z disc, I band, A band or H zone. And option 1 contains all thin filaments. Option B separates two sarcomeres. Option C contains thick filaments, no thin filaments. Or option D entire length of the thick filaments. First, Z disc. Z disc separates two sarcomeres. That means A connected to 2. Z disc separates two sarcomere. Then I band. The function of I band is contains all the thin filaments. Then option C, A band. A band, the entire length of the thick filaments. Next, H zone. H zone contains thick filaments and no thin filaments. So according to this match, A 2, B 1, C 4 and D 3. These are the matches. What is the function of muscular tissue? Storage, movement of bones, stabilize body position, or all of the above? So all of the above are the functions of muscular tissue. What is the function of structural proteins? Generates contractile force, controls contractions, proper alignment of filaments or binds oxygen. So the function of structural protein is proper alignment of filaments. Next, which of the following statement is true? Titin is one of the regulatory protein. Storage is one of the properties muscular tissue. Sarcomere are functional unit of myofibril, or H zone contains all thin filaments. So sarcomere are functional unit of myofibril. This is only the true option. Next, what separates one sarcomere from another? I band, H zone, Z disc or A band? Only Z disc have the power to separate one sarcomere from another sarcomere. Next question. How many types of nervous tissue are present in the body? 2, 3, 1 or 4. So only 2 types of nervous tissue are present inside the body. One is CNS, central nervous system, another one is PNS or peripheral nervous system. These are the 2 types of nervous tissue are present inside the body. Which structure is known as the working unit of the nervous system? Nerves, neurons, cell body or neuroglia? So option B, neurons are known as the working unit of the nervous system. Which of the following is a part of neuron? Axon, cell body, dendrite, all of the above. So axon, cell body, dendrite are the main components of neuron, and by these 3 a neuron is formed. So axon, cell body and dendrite are the main parts of the neuron. Next, match the following: astrocytes, microglia, ependymal cells or oligodendrocytes. And the options are: forms the choroid plexus of ventricles. These are star-shaped cells. Covers the cell body in grey matter, or formed from monocytes. So first, let's see astrocytes. Astrocytes are the star-shaped cells. So A connect to the 2, option 2. Then microglia. Microglia form the monocytes. So B connect to the 4. Then ependymal cells. Ependymal cells form the choroid plexus of ventricles. And finally oligodendrocytes. So oligodendrocytes cover the cell body in grey matter. So according to the matches, A match to 2, B match to 4, C match to 1 and D match to 3. These are the correct matches. Next, when is the transmission of signal electrical? When signal travels along the axon. Signal flows from one nerve cell to another nerve cell. Never or always. So when the transmission of signal electrical? When signal travels along the axons of neurons. Option A is the correct answer. What forms the grey matter of nervous system? Axon, cell body, neuroglia and dendrites. So option B, cell body forms the grey matter of nervous system. Which of the following statement is not true? That means false statement. Nerves are bundles of axons. Right answer. Neuroglia is a connective tissue that protects neurons. This is also right. Motor nerves are of 3 types. No, this is wrong. Axons begin at the axon hillock. Obviously, axon begins at the axon hillock. This is the right answer. So the wrong answer is motor nerves are of 3 types. If this is wrong answer, then what is the right answer? So motor neurons are only of two types. One is lower motor neurons and another one is upper motor neurons. Lower motor neurons are the neurons which travel from the spinal cord to the muscles of the entire body, and the motor neurons, that means upper motor neurons, are the neurons which travel between the brain and the spinal cord. So these are the two types of motor neurons, not three types. That means option C is the wrong answer. 68. Which structure of myelinated neurons carry out transmission of signals? Schwann cells, nodes of Ranvier, axolemma or axon hillock? So the answer is nodes of Ranvier. Next, what is the role of dendrites in case of motor neurons? Acts as sensory organ, forms synapse, works as receptors or none of the above? So the answer is option B, forms synapse. Next, number 70. Which layer of connective tissue of nerve covers the individual fiber? Perineurium, pericardium, epineurium or none of the above? So which layer of connective tissue of nerve covers the individual fiber? None of the above. That means not A, not B, not C. Then what's the answer? Is endoneurium. The covering of connective tissue is called endoneurium. Inside the epineurium, endoneurium layer is present, which is a type of connective tissue, and it covers the nerve, the entire individual fiber. So the answer is endoneurium. Next, cerebri developing from the dura mater is present between brain and spinal cord, cerebellar hemispheres, cerebral hemispheres or subdural and epidural space. So the answer is cerebral hemispheres, not cerebellar hemispheres. Which of the following is the correct order of meninges from the inner side? Pia mater, arachnoid mater, dura mater, pericardium, myocardium, endocardium, dura mater, pia mater, arachnoid mater or dura mater, arachnoid mater and pia mater. So according to the orders from inner side, option D is the correct sequence. That means dura mater, then arachnoid mater, then pia mater. Now 73 question. Space which separates arachnoid matter and dura mater is epidural space, mediastinum space, subdural space or subarachnoid space. So the answer is subdural space. 74. Neurons are aided by following glial cells except for ependymal, lymphocytes, oligodendrocytes or astrocytes. So neurons are aided by the following glial cells except for lymphocytes. Next, which of the following structure at a synapse has the neurotransmitter? Schwann cells, synaptic cleft, synaptic knobs or synaptic vesicles. So synaptic vesicles are the structures at a synapse has the neurotransmitter. Number 76 question. The action potential while the propagation of a nerve impulse is due to the movement of K plus ions from intracellular to extracellular fluid, K plus ions from extracellular to intracellular fluid, Na plus ions from intracellular to extracellular fluid, or option D, Na plus ions from extracellular to intracellular fluid. So what's the right sequence? What's the right answer? Na plus ions from extracellular fluid to the intracellular fluid. That means option D is the right answer. Number 77 question. In the left hemisphere, Broca's area is related to speech, smells, sensation, impulses received from the eyes, or reasoning and learning. So the left hemisphere, Broca's area is related to only speech part, not smells, not received from impulses received from the eyes, not for the learning or not for the reasoning. It's only related to speech. Number 78 question. As a stimulant of the CNS, that means central nervous system, cocaine interferes with the reuptake of dash at synapses: epinephrine, dopamine, acetylcholine or oxygen. And the answer is dopamine. Dopamine is one type of hormone which releases from the brain. Next question. Number 79 question. The synaptic vesicles, a neuromuscular junction, discharges dash: adrenaline, epinephrine, acetylcholine or none of the above. So the synaptic vesicles, a neuromuscular junction, discharges only acetylcholine. Last question. Number 80. Dash is the ability of neurons to initiate nerve impulses, myelination, conductivity, irritability, or neurotransmission. So, irritability is the ability of neurons to initiate nerve impulses. And finally, we completed the most important 80 questions of all the tissues. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you guys like it, then please do like, share and subscribe to the channel.